A deadly bus crash near Bloomington last year left some in need of the highest form of care.
Manash Kumgwari dives into a lingering question people in McLean County are asking of their local hospitals.
December 5th, 2018 was just a Wednesday to most people. But to the families of those involved with the Normal West girls basketball team, that day marked something much more significant. The bus versus semi crash on Interstate 74 near Bloomington left several people injured as paramedics arrived on scene to do what they do best. In addition to the on-ground first responders, 4 helicopters were called and began transporting people to the nearest Level 1 trauma centers. However, with the closest care units being in Champaign and Peoria, a question remains. Why weren't the 2 critically acclaimed hospitals in Bloomington a sufficient destination? It starts with knowing what a Level 1 trauma center is.
A Level 1 trauma center is the trauma center that is equipped to care for the sickest of the sick of our injured patients.
So how does a metro area like Bloomington Normal, with a population of nearly 170,000 people, not have one of these centers?
It's a choice that you can make, but also they are a 20-minute helicopter ride away from us, 45 minutes by ground. As long as you can stabilize that patient and get them in the back, it's safe for them to get them to us. But I can't speak to why Bloomington doesn't have one.
However, Bloomington Normal does have a Level 2 trauma center. Matson says the state of Illinois determines what Level 1 and Level 2 centers should be able to do.
Level 1 trauma centers have to have a certain amount of higher level of resources than Level 2. Not that Level 2s can't have them, but they're not required to have them. They're required to be able to transfer to someone that has them.
And when it comes to transfer time, we know some helicopters are stationed in the Twin Cities, meaning at times life flight could be faster than EMS. But as Matson stated, it takes 45 minutes by ground and 15 to 20 minutes by air to get a patient from Bloomington to OSF St. Francis's Level 1 Trauma Center in Peoria. So with the time it takes to get there, some may say the Peoria flight staff is too far to pick patients up.
Broman and St. Joe's, Bloomington, they're not too far at all. They're actually about a 15-minute flight from 15 to 18 minutes flight from Peoria. So super quick to get there, and if it's a scene, it sometimes takes that long to get the patient out of the car or out of the entrapment that they're in. So it's actually a pretty quick response time.
Bad weather conditions can impact the ability to life flight a patient to a Level 1 trauma center. But the experts do what they can to make sure patients still get the best care possible.
Weather-related delays are pretty much the only thing that would cause much of an issue. But at the same time, if it's a weather-related delay, we want our patients and then our first responders that are transporting these people to be as safe as possible. So if we need to, if the Level 2 Trauma Center needs any ideas or suggestions, we would be happy to give that to them.
In the end, experts say the lack of a Level 1 trauma center doesn't put Twin City residents in danger.
No, it's not a problem. They get their patients to us as quickly as they possibly can. They are fully equipped to care for those patients down there while they're waiting to get them to us. So we don't see it as a problem. That's why we have a system of care in this region that we're in.
They're so highly trained and they do so well, and the hospitals are really well equipped. Just because it's a Level 2 doesn't mean it's any less capable of doing some things. It's just a difference in response times for certain disciplines.
And both Matson and Wilkes say they don't know if Bloomington will ever get a Level 1 trauma center, but it looks like patients in Central Illinois are in good hands. Back to you.